everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for being here with me. For today's video, I thought that I would play around with a new palette to me. It is the palette by Scott Barnes, the Snatural #1 palette. How great is that name? So I will be doing an eye tutorial using the shades in this palette. I'm going to do one look on this eye, then I'm going to do a look on the other eye. So let's just jump into the video. I did not do my brows today. I have my base, my bronzer, my blush, and everything finished. So I'm just gonna put back my hair. And I do want to give a shout out to my friend Carrie. I wouldn't be doing this video without her today, so shout out to you, girl. All right, for my brows, I'm gonna be using a new product to me. This is the Tame and Frame by NYX. It is a brow pomade. I'm using the shade Brunette. So I just received this in the mail. I've been watching a lot of makeup artists do looks, and I've changed my routine a bit, so I wanted to start with my brows. Now, having small hooded eyes, I have learned that I have been doing my brows the incorrect way. But you basically open it up, it looks like this. It's like a very ashy brown taupe shade color. I just dipped my brush on the inside, and I'm going to remove the excess product in the cap. Now that I have the product all on my brush, I'm going to apply it to my brows in more of a straight line. I used to try to make an arch up here on my brow, but for hooded eyes that actually emphasizes this area. I learned to do a more straighter line going across my brows and then flicking my tail end of the brow just ever so slightly upwards. So what I can say about this product is that it is really easy to work with. The color is a great match for me. I'm gonna go ahead and work on the tail part. Again, I don't want to make a really big arch. I'm just trying to follow the natural line of my brow hairs and just make it more straight across the bottom. And then instead of pulling this down, I'm going to keep it where it is and just ever so slightly turn it up at the end, just like that. Let me talk about this palette. So first off, if you don't own this palette, don't feel like you have to go run out and get it. This was a splurge for me. It was my birthday recently in this carton. There are 20 shades, and I just love, you know, the pink lip on here. It was just really cute. And then you open it up, and this is what the shades look like on the inside. Guys, they're stunning. I mean, absolutely stunning. On the mirror, it does have a little message that says, "Be the most beautiful version of yourself." I thought that was really cute. Holy cow, I don't own anything of this quality. So one of the shadows that right away spoke to me was this shade right here called Silver Screen. I'm going to swatch this for you. And this shade right here, I mean, I cannot get over the beauty of this shade. Really stunning. There's another shade in here similar to that, but more on the black, dark gray tone called Nightcap. For being a more natural type of girl, I love all of these colors. I mean, this is right up my alley, and I really don't think I would need another palette. I could do all of my looks with this palette. I'm gonna dip into the shade Muted right here on a flat brush, and I'm just going to place that all over the lid to begin with, all the way up to the brow bone. I just like to start my looks this way. It helps all of the shades blend. I do have some irritation on my upper eyelid over here, so I'm hoping that it won't become an issue. I'm just going to take a small brush like this, and I'm going to dip into the shade Foxy, tap that off, and I'm going to just start tapping that onto the lid. I used to take a crease brush, and I would have started this in my crease. However, I have recently found out that doing this tapping motion and placing the color ever so slightly first really helps keep that color concentrated where you want it to be. And having small hooded eyes, you don't want the color to be extending, you know, out this far. How, you know, how I used to do my looks. I used to extend it really far. So I want this to be more concentrated in this outer section of my eye. I'm going to go ahead and just start blending that. And these shadows blend like a dream. I mean, they're so soft and buttery and very easy to work with. They're just stunning. I don't know how we did it. I mean, these are absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to look straight, and I'm being really, really careful at not buffing this color, you know, out past this portion of my eye. So I'm just kind of keeping it on the end there. I'm going to just take a little blending brush without any color, and I'm going to blend this area. Really what I've taken away from watching a lot of makeup artists is just taking more time in blending and placing color by patting it on and then going back and working at it slowly and building it up, as opposed to just diving right in, you know. So that's something that I've really have changed in my routine. And these shadows, the way they blend out, I mean, it's just really effortless. I could put this all over my lid, you know, and just call it a day, but there are so many great shades in here that I want to try out. So the next shade that I'm going to place is this shade Vintage right here. But I'm just going to use that to just slightly buff out and bring this in toward the center. But I'm just going to buff out the edges with that lighter shade. And again, I'm being really careful at not overextending my eyeshadow. Favorite shadow that is in the palette is the one Silver Screen that I swatched for you, the really super glittery shade. Oh my word. I mean, stunning is all I have to say about this shade. It is glorious. This by far, Silver Screen, is my favorite shade in this entire palette. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and dip into the shade Femme, which is underneath the shade Foxy that I placed all over the lid first. So I'm just going to deepen up on the outer corner a little bit right here. I'm just going to pat that on. And I don't really want this shade to be extending up high. I want to keep this out in the corner. So that's why I'm just using this really small brush. There's this really beautiful shade here, Angelic, that I'm going to use. I'm going to try this underneath the brow bone just to give it a little bit of lift and light. And oh yeah, that is really nice underneath the brow bone. Okay, so for the inner corner of my eye, there's another shade here that is calling my name. And it is this one right here called Laced. So I'm gonna stick that on a little shader brush. And I'm gonna work on the lash line. So I'm gonna take a brush like this and dip into Femme. It's a matte color. There's just an ever so slight sparkle to the shade, and I'm just gonna press that shade right into the lash line. And then I'm gonna take a small pencil brush and smoke that out. And that's really, you know, all I think that I need. I'm just going to go ahead, go back in and just deepen up this outer section just a little bit more. I'm just gonna jump into this stunning silver screen shade again because I really can't get enough. I mean, it is just so beautiful on the lid. I'm gonna bring that a little bit more inward. Oh, this is just absolutely beautiful. We're gonna move on to the second eye. I'm gonna go with a totally different kind of color scheme. So I'm gonna start off by taking a flat shader brush and I'm going to dip into this gorgeous color right here called Brick House, right here. Watching Scott's video, he did say that this is one of his favorite colors and that he uses this on Jennifer Lopez a lot. So let's hope that by the time I'm done with this, I will look like her. I'm just gonna take my brush and turn it on its side, and I'm gonna bring this one in a little bit more and just kind of carve out my shade. Now I have an orbital bone right here, so I don't want to go further than that bone. Okay, so I'm just gonna pack it, and now I'm going to take my little blending brush and I'm just gonna start blending that upward. I blend up so I can lift the eye. And it just really diffuses that shade nicely. There are so many really nice shades to pick from. I am just dying to get my hands into this shade Siren right here, and then this shade Boudoir right here. So what I think I'm gonna do next is dip into Boudoir first, which is this stunning like mauve shade. Holy cow, is that pigmented? Oh, whoa, I just think I may have overdone it. I was not expecting that. Wow, guys. I mean, these are, I know I keep saying it, but honestly, like, money well spent here. These are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm just gonna blend that. I'm gonna dip into this gorgeous shade Siren right here with my finger, and I'm just gonna, wow, swipe that on the lid. Oh, that's pretty. And then there's another shade, Saucy, right here that I'm gonna dip into and just go over that a little bit. Oh, that's beautiful. And kind of marry the two shades together. On my inner corner, I'm gonna go ahead and do something I normally wouldn't do. I'm gonna jump into this shade Hollywood right here. It is a very beautiful bronze shade, and I'm just gonna place that right in that inner corner. And then I'm gonna work on my lower lash line. So I'm gonna go into that shade Brick House. I'm gonna tap it off though, because hello, mega pigmentation. And I'm gonna just press that into the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take this brush to blow that out. And then I'm gonna hop into Siren, which was the first shade I put on my lid, and I'm gonna kind of mimic what I did at the top and just place that right in the center. I'm just you know, an everyday mom that loves makeup. I'm a makeup junkie, and so, you know, I don't really know if what I'm doing is right, and I don't let it bother me. I just like to come in here and play with stuff and, you know, learn new tips and tricks from other makeup artists that I watch and try it on myself and see, you know, how it looks. And so, yes, I'm gonna go ahead, curl my lashes. I got this new mascara today by Essence. It's I Love Extreme Volume. It's in the shade Black. Pretty simple. So we'll see how this applies. The wand looks like this. It's a little big. I normally like wands that, you know, kind of come to more of a taper in the front, but that's okay. Having small eyes, it's just easier having a mascara wand that is smaller, but I heard great things about this mascara and I really wanted to try it out. And it's really, really nice. The sun is outshining today. The dogs are barking outside. It's really great. Oh my gosh, I just got mascara in my eyebrows. Awesome. I'll have to fix that. But I wanted to say I got this really awesome new lip glass by Revlon in the shade Beaming Strawberry. That's what I have on my lips. It is so great. Like, it's one of those type of products that you can just pull out and put on and you don't really have to look. It's not like a lipstick where it's really opaque. It's just this beautiful shine. Not quite like a lip gloss, but not as intense as a lipstick. So, you know, it's called lip glass. They have lots of shades, but I picked up this strawberry shade from Amazon and I just am really enjoying wearing it a lot. It's fantastic. This eyeshadow palette, guys, is just beautiful. I am so happy with this purchase. I have not even dipped into this color, Temptation. Sin is like the blackest black color that there is. Scott said he was very specific on how pigmented he wanted this to be, and there is no darker black shade that I have ever seen. Risk I have not tried yet. Retro, that would make for a really beautiful spring, you know, a spring eye look. Starlit, I still have to try. So there's a lot of colors in here that, you know, I still need to play with. So now that my mascara is dry, I can take that clean Q-tip, and as you can see, I mean, I make a mess of myself. I don't know, it happens to me every single time. All right, and there's the look. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like, leave me a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.